Today is the 5th of September 2016. Now I would like to talk about my employment after my doing Master of Science. And I was appointed lecturer in chemistry initially at Khalsa College, Qadian, which is a very small town. I was there for a few months and I got headhunted to come to Jalandhar, where it closed on the main line. And I joined Lalpur Khalsa College, Jalandhar, in January 1960. And that is where I started my working life. I was there for a couple of years, enjoyed my employment. It was meager salary at that time as well, because in those days it was only 250 rupees a month for a lecturer, which is not very much, but again, it is good money being employed. It's what is nice to have. And in 1961, and through my brother-in-law in the same, and through my wife's brother-in-law, they were friends, and they tried. He said, there are few girls in my in-laws family. If you have any boy in mind, you do introduce. Then my brother-in-law introduced me to my wife's father, and the family got in contact with me. And one day I was when lecturing, they came to the college and asked for me, but the clerk of the college was very close friends of them, and he went to their house and sent a message for me, when I finish my class, go to see them. They saw me, asked few questions, not very great deal, and they went away. In the meantime, and then they wanted to have arranged marriage, and the Bimal's mother, they went to Husharpur because her uncle was there, and from my side, myself, my sister-in-law, my mother, we went there, and we spent almost a whole morning discussing about how this match will go ahead. And every time I say marriage is going to be only within 6 months of the contract, arranged marriage. But one moment they say yes, then her uncle interferes, say no, she is very young. They say they can't have it 6 months, you need to wait 2 years. I said no, my family can't wait for 2 years. It has to be within 6 months. And eventually, with all discussion, they agreed. And then we departed, came to Jalandhar. And while I was in Jalandhar, in next day, that their brother-in-law came to tell me that they have changed their mind. They don't want to get their daughter married within 6 months. And I told them in no uncertain terms, I said, look, what we have decided, contracted arranged marriage is totally off. I will not agree to that. And he found I was too rude and insulting to him, and he wrote exactly the same thing. But my Bimal's father didn't come because he was working on a tour, and after a week or so when he came home, asked his wife what was the outcome of that interview, and she told everything, that it was within 6 months. Then we said, no, everything is off. Then he was a very saintly person. He said, did you actually promise to get our daughter married within 6 months? He says, yes. I said, we are going to keep our promise. From there on, and that engagement started, got married in December 1961. And it was very interesting life, started beautifully. And in 1962, while we were on the rooftop, because at night it's the custom, usually people do sleep on the rooftop because of fresh air in summer. And a colleague of mine came to discuss with me that in England, free visa is going to be closed on 1st of July 1962. Before that, you just need to have a passport and a ticket, go to London, no question asked. And in February, immediately start applying for my passport. passport finished in May or April, and on 24th of June, I got my ticket from New Delhi to London, and on the way, the aeroplane stopped on the way to Karachi. We spent overnight in Karachi. That was the very fearful time of my life, that the aeroplane should leave me here alone. But they did very good job, woke me up, got into the aeroplane, and on 25th of June reached Delhi. And while reaching Delhi, I was not sure where I am going to go. Only I knew one of my close friends who was living in Coventry, but I didn't correspond with him for this coming to England. But luckily at our wedding, Bibel's brother-in-law was there, and he was coming to England, and he promised that he will receive me at the airport, which I was not aware of. And when I was coming out of the customs, he was right in front of me, and went to his house and stayed a week or so. And first experience was coming to London. All the Punjabi families went to the pub in the evening, and everybody had a pint of beer and started drinking in a 3 or 4 person drinking together. Next, one person pay for the 4, then the next person pay for the 4, and when the round is finished, they finish their drink and go home for dinner. But I will never drank in India before, and 1 pint of milk stood with me for as long as we were in the pub. And eventually, while I was with him, I contacted my friend in Coventry and went to him, and he welcomed me with his open arms, gave me a room, and because I was unemployed and he was not charging anything from me, and food and boarding was all on him. And in about 3 months' time, I was thinking what to do, and it was nothing but except because my friend was a postman. He said, "Why don't you go test for a postman?" I went, got the test, and passed the test with flying color, and became a postman. And having not been in England for long, the white people looked the same in the post office when they, "Good morning, so and so," and I meet him another half an hour, "Good morning" again, and they realize I'm confused with somebody else. So that's how my job as a postman came. A very interesting point was at one point it was very cold, very windy, and the letters were in my hand, gloves were on, the letters slipped from my hand, and letters scattered everywhere. But luckily people were around. They all put the letters together, and then I distributed all those letters. And it was a good help from those common people. Further, so.